Bunch happened this week in Raid Shadow Legends. Let's take a deep dive. Hey guys, finally he sleeps here. We're back again with another Raid Shadow Legends video. Today we're going to take a look at what all happened this week in Raid. It's the weekly video that gets put out on Fridays here on the channel. Basically this week we didn't have anything huge that happened in game. We're coming off the back end of the fusion for Gretel, and unfortunately we never had a clear guaranteed way to come away with Hansel. The Adventure Deck of Fate, which everyone was hoping was going to have either shards, fragments to put together Hansel, or a guaranteed Hansel if you opened them all up with something. There had to be a way to claim it. There's nothing here. The Adventure Deck of Fate, unfortunately, was just about pinpoint. So, I mean, if you need a lot of pinpoint gear, if you didn't farm that pretty heavy before, I guess there's an option there. The only other way we had a targeted hit, and then they released the Champion Chase, which is more about how many shards you have and how high you're going to go. And it's going to come down to who is in your group, who's kind of willing to go in. There's only one per 100 people, and it's kind of hit or miss. It comes down to how many people are in your group and how much money they're willing to spend on shards and to go deep into it. And that's it. It looks like that's the only possible way to be able to claim both of them. And we're starting to see reports that if you have both Hansel and Gretel, the rewards are coming through. I'm really disappointed that they didn't do a way to claim him guaranteed like they did last year with Kaja the Rye. I feel like they kind of let us down with that. Not that Gretel isn't good, it's just that together the two of them were much better. And so I mean, if you went in with Gretel and you have her, she's probably going to be a vault champ if you didn't come away with Hansel. But then again, I mean, I don't know. It depends on what tier you are. Like, are you a mid-tier player and you kind of don't have something that those two bring? I don't really need Hansel and Gretel, but if you're not new to the channel and you know anything, I have to get everything. So I'm kind of pretty pissed. I didn't get Hansel and didn't have a way to do it. Okay, so that's the main thing. No guaranteed for Hansel, and that's all we have. That's it. But then there was some information that came out this week that Modern Time Groot, MTG, purchased Plarium. When was that? It was maybe Monday, Tuesday, for 820 mil. Actually, they bought it for 620 mil with a 200 mil bonus based on revenue and results for the next 4 years. So it could be up to 820 million. Now, they bought Plarium, but they didn't buy Plarium from Plarium. Plarium was sold 7 years ago to Aristocrat, which is an Australian company. So they actually bought Plarium from Aristocrat. What does that actually mean for Raid? How many of you knew that Aristocrat owned the game? How many of you knew that Aristocrat oversaw Plarium? I don't think it's really going to make that much of a difference. It's not like somebody else is coming in and taking over development. This is just an ownership swap. I mean, I could be wrong, but from the outside, it doesn't really look like there's that much to this. It's more about just the value of the game. It's nearly $1 billion game at this point, but there is still some value here, and the game is continuing to improve. So the fact that somebody else wanted it, it's a good thing for those of us that are playing it and creating content. The big announcement is there is a new clan boss coming. This is the teased image that we have here about this, that there is a new clan boss coming. And then they went ahead and went one deeper with a clan boss tease right now on social media. Backstory on this has to do with the Ninth Revenant and this new boss coming out of there. So that's exciting. I mean, clan boss is like one of the biggest components to the game at any rate. So I'm excited that they're actually kind of pumping something new into this. We don't know any more about it than that. That's the extent of the tease, that it is in the works. It should be here with the next patch update, and then it has something to do with Knight's Revenant, which that has more to do with the champion itself. But it's going to be one of the clan bosses. It won't be a new section of the game like when we had Doom Tower or Curse City. This is actually going to be a new clan boss that is coming. To round this out, to finish it off, Raid Digest was released earlier today, and they are, again, addressing the issue with HYDRA and what changes are being made, and where we are going forward with that. And the thing to note is that they're paying attention to the issue where if you kill all 4 HYDRA heads, there is moments when all 4 can have Serpent's Will, and none of your damage does anything because all of them are basically blocking all of your damage that are coming there. So the big change is that there will be no more than 3 HYDRA heads that can have Serpent's Will at the same time. That's the biggest change. They said there's some other stuff, mechanic changes and things that are moving, but until they pretty much address Trunda, I think it's kind of that's the biggest problem right now, is that there's just one champion out there that does more damage than anybody else. So if you're lacking Trunda, then you're kind of behind the curve. And until they make something that changes the way that works, I think we're just kind of stuck in the same bet. There is more mythical champions coming and some changes to mythical. Also regarding Carnage's empowerment, it's not that big a deal, especially if you don't have a lot of mythicals. But I think my takeaway from it is there should be more mythicals coming soon into the game. And then clan versus clan that happens on Tuesday, because we're every other week. This was the Siege week. Next week is clan versus clan. It will have personal rewards. So if you're waiting for personal rewards, it will have personal rewards. That's it. That's this week in Raid. I am Finally He Sleeps. Thanks a lot for hanging out. Make sure you subscribe here on the Raid Shadow Legends channel so you never miss when a video goes live throughout the week. We're also live streaming on Twitch. You can check that out as well. Links are there on the screen. And one last note, the clan Green Teats, we are always promoting and looking for new members, so make sure you come and find us there as well. That's it. As long as you guys keep showing up, I'll keep making videos.
Finally he sleeps, finally he dreams in a world